Hello, and today on this video I will be doing on how to show you guys how to change your YouTube channel profile picture and edit it. So first what you're going to have to do is sign into your YouTube account, of course, and then click this little pencil button on your YouTube channel. Then you have to read this, and for best results on uploading a picture for your YouTube is 800px by 800px image, which means is how big it can be. So to make it easier, it's 800 times 800. So what I put is, so then just go on Google and find a picture. I decided for Pinkie Pie since I'm a technical little girl, and plus I really love My Little Pony for some reason. So next thing, it doesn't all have to be 800 times 800, it can be others, but you just have to look that up. So technically, look up what you want, I spelled that wrong, with the numbers times the other number. So next, what you have to do, so then just find your picture. I have this picture, for instance, which is the one that I love. So next what you have to do is, you guys know the button that you normally click, which clicks everything technically. See, like, does that? Well, you're gonna click the opposite of that one, which does this. Some of you have accidentally done that, and then you're gonna see a bunch of these buttons. Ignore all of them except for this one. Click Save Image As. I will zoom in on this so that you guys can see it better. Okay, so now you see file name. So what you do is, you can name it anything you want. So I'm just gonna say Pinkie Pie. I already had the picture uploaded, but I can always delete it again. So next you click save. Then you should see it come up right here. You should say that. Now you go back to YouTube. Next what you do is go back down here where it is and you click it. Then you should have this pop up. I'll zoom in more so that you guys can see it, only that and nothing else. Alright, so this should pop up. Then you should see these buttons. So this is to share it. This is to make it a slideshow. This is to edit, which is the one you want. This is to rotate, and this is to delete. If you don't like it, then you just delete it. So what you want to click is the pencil button. Then you should have all of these buttons pop up. So first you do basic fix it. So you can enhance it, which is already enhanced. You can rotate it to any way that you want. You can crop it. I will not crop it because I do want the whole thing. You can straighten it, which means you can do this. I'm going to keep it like that, but I guess you can do that later. So then there's this. It really just does, it's really what it does is you do that and then it makes it nice and gray, which is something that you don't want. Then you can retouch, and it's technically loading, I guess. And then it just does what you just saw. So it loads up and it does that. So I'll unfix this. And it doesn't keep them if you don't like them. Then you just go back to pencil icon and do the same thing over. So that's what these buttons do. So then we have filters. So what it does is it makes it lighter, the outlines technically. And this one just makes it dark. I like it to be like this because they're very pretty. So then there's light. So the brightness, you click this little circle and it makes it as bright as you'd like it. And if you don't like it very light, you can do that and it makes it very dark. So I'd like mine like that. So then there's contrast. So what it does is technically it makes it lighter or darker. It's the thing technically. Like more blurrier is what you could call it. I like it kind of like this because it does bring a pretty color to this part. So then there are the highlights. So this is technically what makes it very light and makes it very dark. So I don't want mine too light or too dark, and I don't want to look all scary, so I'll put it at 30. So then we have shadows. So technically this is what it does. It makes it less shady and more shady. It's technically what it's trying to do. So I put minus 38, which is a pretty good thing for me. So color. Here's temperature is what they call it. So as you see, it makes it nice, colder or darker is what you would call it. I suggest this if you don't want it too light and too dark. And then there's tint, which does that. It technically makes it more light and more dark. Makes their colors lighter or darker. So I kind of like it very light because it actually looks very pretty. So then, this is technically makes it lighter, grayer. So if you want it to be very, very dark, then do that. If you want it to be very light and make it so colorful, then do that. I don't want mine too light or too dark, so I'm gonna put -13. So here's the color boost. So what you do is you click that, and then it technically boosts the colors. So if you want to make that guy that hated, like was so upset, then there she is. I like mine like this because she doesn't seem too light. So then you have effects. So here's this. What this does is, as you see, it makes it very, the corners very dark or very light. I don't like the light corners for some reason. I just don't really like them, but I don't like the dark corners either. So I'm going to keep it at 15, which is not too light or not too dark. So then there's the selective focus. So that's where you want it to focus mostly on. I want it to focus most on the pony, so I don't want it to focus mostly on anything else but the pony. So I'll make it nice and big, like that. So then you have to click this little check, and it will do that. Everything else isn't as focused as the pony is. And then that's basically what you do. And then, what you do is this. And then what you do is go up here. So as you see, there's only undo if you want to undo some stuff or the whole thing. Then there's compare it, there's save a copy, and then there's just save. Or you can just cancel it all and leave. What you want to click is save. So then it's saved. And now it's just saved into your files. So let me zoom out so that you guys can see now what to do. So then you come back here and click that. So then you choose file is what should come up. Then this should come up again. Now I'll tell you what to do. So what you do is technically you just scroll down and find it. So technically here's my thing. And then you click open. So then you have to wait for it to click. Then you have to click Save Changes. Now while it loads. Alright guys, that was my fault. I had to click Use Default Image. So then you choose File as we saw earlier, and let me just do it all again so that now it's loading. As you see up here, it should be loading. Sorry, this is my game that I play. It's called Amsterdam. If you play it, then that's me. So now it's doing that, and now you see it's waiting for me for it to go. So while it loads, I'll pause. And now as you see, it turns up. So sorry if you guys thought that I did something or something, because I know some of you might put in the comments those hates and stuff like that. But no, it just takes a while for it to load sometimes, because my computer is very slow sometimes. So that's how you do it, and as you see now, my new favorite is Pinkie Pie, with all of my special effects and everything. So technically nothing will be changed at all except for that picture. As you see, all my videos are here. Nothing has changed at all. Nothing at all. Please like and subscribe, and sorry if it took really long. I was trying to show you guys as fast as I could. I'm trying to talk all so fast. So that's it today, guys, and bye!